Hello and welcome back to Processing Mind. Today we will be learning how to draw multiples. Multiples, in my way, means creating something like a landscape with shapes. So, what should we create right now, you ask? Well, let's start with a simple ground. For that, we'll be drawing a rectangle. RECT, bracket, semicolon. So, here is the x and y coordinates. So, 0 and, I'd say 30. Now, 400, 400. Okay, so that's way too large. Alright, so that's gonna be filling the whole thing because the width would be controlling this and height is this. Now the height is too big, so we have to lower it. Let's do that. Let's make it 120. Sure. Okay, that's good. So let's move it down now that we have it. Right there. So that will be our ground. Now, what should we do now? How about add a tree? So we can do the same thing except draw another rectangle. So RECT, bracket, semicolon. So let's try this. 0 to a 20, 20. So that will work. How about we increase the size like that and then move it to the middle. Just like that. Now, that's too short for a tree. So let's make it higher. Move it up. Now, right now I'm taking advantage of the overlapping thing. As I mentioned before in another of my videos, whenever you draw something, it overlaps. So here we can make the tree in the foreground. And then increase the height again. And then move it up. Now the height is too much. So let's lower it. Okay. 2, 0, 0. Okay, that should be good. Now, a tree standing by itself won't do anything. So let's add some ellipses to make the leaves. Ellipse. 100, 200, 200, 200. Semicolon. Now, that looks good. So, that's going to be our tree. Anyways, now we have to add some color to this. Something that I never mentioned before is called hex codes. And there are multiple functions for these. So, it's called fill. So, fill. F-I-L-L. It fills an object. For example, if we wanted to fill this green, we would have used F-I-L-L, bracket, and we have to put in the RGB hex codes. So, RGB, red, green, and blue. Each color represents the amount of pixels of red, green, and blue. So, in Khan Academy, you can just pick it from the color picker. And let's change it to a nice shade of green. How about that? But it didn't go as I wanted it to. So, because this fill command works for the whole function, command list. So we have to create individual fill commands. So now it's time for the bark of the tree, this rectangle. So let's make that a nice shade of brown. Bracket. Now let's change it to brown. I guess orange will do. Something like that. Yep. So let's do it for the ellipse as well. Bracket. Now we don't want it to be red, so let's change it to green. Like that. There we go. But there's still a white background. We don't want that, do we? So here's another command. It's called background. So it's just the same thing. BACKGROUND. And then bracket. And then the hex code again. So let's change that to a nice shade of blue. Nope. That's good. So, there we have it. Thanks. Hope to see you again. Bye.